everyone. This week I'm going to be talking to you about determination and this whole concept of the idea of no, and how we think in our minds that getting a no and hearing a no is like the worst thing that can happen. That's like failure. But the reality is it's not. It's just a no. There's this saying that we use a lot in sales that I have heard so many times, which is that a no is just the first step to a yes. And that's so true. The reality of our daily lives and asking all these questions and putting things out there is just a concept of making us feel like we might be afraid. We might be afraid to ask. We might be afraid of getting that no. And that is terrible and it does hurt. But we just have to learn how to get through that. What does a no mean? In reality, a no sometimes is giving you more information than a yes. A no is telling you how to get to that next step. So today I'm going to be talking about a couple different tactics and things that I use in sales and in the rest of my career that has given me that determination to keep asking the questions. So one of the things that I use is called the 5-time rule, something I learned in a sales conference years ago. The second one is prepare for a no. And the third one is, why did you get the no? So first I'm going to talk about actually prepare for a no. In your mind, before you ask a question, before you get out there and think about what it is that you want to ask, you have to prepare. So what does your research say? What do other people say? What are you learning on chat rooms about why people are losing business or what is going on in that industry? I think that a lot of times we think, oh, I got to send out the sales email real fast. But what is the context that you're trying to combat against your competition? How are you different than other people? Making sure that you're clear and concise when you're reaching out to clients and you're giving them that rationale right out of the gate. So it's harder for them to say no. So prepare for the no, do your research, make sure that you're clear and giving them information where it's easy for them to comprehend what you're trying to get across really fast. Second one about prepare for a no is the concept of like making sure that you in your mind know you're probably going to get a no or you're not going to get an answer. That was a lot in my industry. So that's where the 5-time rule comes in. And it's again something I learned in a conference years ago. But the concept is that in your mind, if you prepare for a no or you prepare for a silence, you're giving yourself 5 times of outreach before you even expect anything. And that helps a lot too, because a lot of times we get discouraged. You know, you've reached out to somebody, you've given them an email, you've called them, you've followed up, but maybe you've only done it 3 times. So if you think to yourself, okay, how many times did I reach out to this one specific person on this one team? You might take a look and go, wow, I really haven't reached out to every single person on the team and reached out to them 5 times. So when you start doing that math and you prepare yourself for that, it makes it so much easier. And you go, okay, I know it's going to take me 5 times before somebody's even going to respond to me. It makes it so much easier. So what does the 5-time rule mean? So it could be, for example, you reach out to somebody via email the first time. Great. You sent this awesome email and you think this is the best thing since sliced bread. Everyone's going to respond to this email. Not true. So then you follow up with a phone call. Nobody uses phones anymore these days. Half the agencies out there don't even have phone lines on their desks. They have it through their computer. So phone call, that's not going to work. What else do you got? Drop-offs. That's another big thing. But what if your drop-off is, nothing in comparison to what somebody else's is? So how do you make yours unique? And I think that that's something that if you really challenge yourself and you give yourself that opportunity to be creative, that's how you're going to stand out. It could be a marketing material. It could be a brochure, it could be a one sheet, it could be a deck, it could be a presentation. It doesn't have to be a tangible thing. It could also be something fun. I used to be all into holidays, so Halloween candy on Halloween, and then everybody has Halloween candy on Halloween. So what else is there? What's St. Patrick's Day? that's a great one. I usually love to drop off some Jameson and some, beads or something fun that just kind of stands out a little bit and says, hey, I'm thinking about you. You're my client. I care about you. Following up. Here's some stuff to say thank you for letting me submit a proposal. There's these little things that you can do, and each time, that's when you're adding up to the 5 times. Another way to look at that is that it's outreach to each individual person 5 times. So I found a lot in my career that as I'm talking to different people about it, you think to yourself, yeah, but how many people are on the team for that specific client? You've got the agency, you've got the client, you've got all different types. Maybe there's the PR agency. Have you reached out to the creative team? Have you reached out to the account team? So many people are working on these pieces of business, and that starts to add up. Now, that one person that you've been trying to reach out to 5 times is a fraction of how many people you could be reaching out to 5 times. And if you think of it that way, where that many times is how long it takes just to get a response, you're not only preparing for a no, you're preparing for a nothing. So a no at that point is like, I got a response. And that's something to celebrate. So get out there, celebrate your responses, because they really do actually inform you as to what to do next, even if it is a no. So that brings me to the last one. Why did they say no? A lot of times you submit a proposal, it goes into this black hole of nothingness, you don't get a response, and then weeks later you get a, sorry, you weren't chosen. Well, great, why? Well, they didn't tell you. Okay, they didn't tell you. So what do? Follow up, ask the question, get back out there, ask for the rationale to why you didn't get the job, why you didn't get the proposal, why you didn't get it that time. Because the reality, at the end of the day, that's what's going to give you the information that you need to get that yes the next time. As a manager of teams and working with agencies on teams, that was the biggest thing I tried to teach my team, is like, you gotta give rationale, because these salespeople need that information. They've got bosses, they've got management, they have to explain why they didn't get something. So give them something, give them a rationale, give them something to learn from, so that the next time they can come back to you also with something better. They'll come back to you with something that you're looking for the next time. They'll make it more tailored to you, the way that you want it to be, because you've given them that feedback. So a big piece of advice is again, if you get a no, ask them why. And use the excuse your boss made you ask. They don't know that you're the one doing it. Make it someone else's fault. That's how I've had to do it before, because maybe sometimes you want to make yourself out to be the good guy and somebody else be the bad guy. That's fine. The whole point is that you're asking for the reasons why, so that the next time you can get a yes. So that's my spiel about determination and preparing for the no, because a no is just the next step to a yes. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.